Hello, Katia. How are you?
Hello,
Hey, how are you?
I'm okay, and yourself?
I'm doing good, thank you. Esther will be here in a minute. She just wrapping up a meeting, I guess.
Okay.
Hello, Amanda. How are you?
Juan, how you going?
Very good. And you?
I'm good, thank you. Is Thea said she was away this week, so somebody else is running it.
Yeah, Esther will be joining pretty soon. We were in the
Oh,
same meeting.
amazing.
Yeah. Now,
Amazing.
let's see.
Amazing.
She
How are
should.
you guys all doing?
We're doing good. Thanks for asking.
It must be getting warmer over there. It's
Yeah,
almost
I mean
summer.
the weather is weird here. We have the sun for a few hours, then it will start raining.
Oh,
It's weird. But
yeah.
it's better. Yeah.
Nice, nice. I guess it's different depending on which part of the US you're in.
Where are you located, Amanda?
Sorry?
I said, where are you located?
I'm in Sydney.
Oh, lovely. My nephew lives over in Australia.
Whereabouts? Is he in Sydney or is he in Melbourne?
He lives in Perth,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and last year, he he's in Perth. Yeah, and last year, my sister and I went over for about 3 weeks and
Oh,
went around
wow.
Australia to see him and his family.
Oh,
And yes,
wow.
and then
Oh,
we ended our vacation in Sydney.
oh, amazing. How did you find
Yeah.
it? Did you see the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House?
Oh,
It's just I actually
yes,
have lived here my
yes.
whole life and I still on a beautiful day I still look at it and I go, wow, it actually does look stunning. It
Yeah,
looks just like the postcard. Stunning.
yeah. It was amazing. We spent 3 days in Sydney before we came back home, and yeah, it was just amazing.
Oh yeah. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I've been to Perth once. It takes 5 hours on the plane to get from Sydney to Perth.
Yeah,
That's how far away it is. People don't realize.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
completely different world over there.
yeah.
Crazy.
I just wanted to let you know, seems like Esther is having some challenges. In the meantime, I will try to connect to the portal
Oh,
and
sure.
we can kind of get things started here. If she join, I
Sure,
will
sure, sure.
transition to her if that's okay.
Sure, sure, sure.
Okay.
Worst case, one of us can run it if we've got if
Yeah.
someone has a subscription. I don't have a
Yeah,
subscription to the Watermark, but I'm sure
that's
someone
okay.
does. Or we can even do worst case. I've got Udemy where I've got practice exams on Udemy.
I do have
So,
the subscription.
oh,
I
you do?
can, yes,
By
I
the
have this.
way, Esther should be here. She was just on the call that just ended. So I don't
Yeah,
know why she's not here. Maybe she's looking for the link.
Oh,
y-
possibly.
yeah. I texted her. She's having some technical issues. You know what? Let me because I can share and help her at the same time. I cannot do that. Is someone else have the access to the portal or no?
I do not.
Okay, it's fine. Give me 5 minutes, please. Just 5 minutes. Uh,
Talk amongst yourselves. Today's subject, whether or not to feel verklempt.
What are we doing? Chapter 7 again? Did we say, or
Yes.
have we? 7 is one of those chapters
Yeah,
where I just keep getting stuff wrong.
it's a
That was
tricky
one of
one.
the 2 chapters I only got average on. So
Yeah.
7
Yes.
keeps kicking my butt so bad. Like it just makes me feel like I'm not studying. I'm studying, but 7 just is telling me a different story every time, like at the end of it. And I'm like, oh man.
Yep. Yep.
okay, almost there.
No worries.
Sorry, guys, about that. So
No,
now
you're
I'm
good.
trying to share. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so we can get started, and I will monitor my phone to make sure um, she has everything that she need.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, I can move I don't like this up front. And let's
see, you're a beast, man.
Okay, so let's get started. You said chapter 6?
Seven.
Is that?
Seven.
7.
Okay, 7. Okay, let's get it. Is my Zoom okay? Because sometimes I use like a small Zoom just for my eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let's
Can
get
you
this.
make it can you make it a little bit bigger, Kosi?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yep. Better?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, please go ahead. Thank you. Go
No, no,
ahead,
no, 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 no,
Kosi.
no, no. I was just, no. I'm not doing that. I was just making sure we don't wait and do nothing. But
Oh,
for sure, I'm
you
not.
had little faith. I knew she'd be here.
Yeah. She was just having some
I
some
don't know what's
time.
happening between me and Zoom lately, especially when it comes to the CBAP class. I need to figure what that toxic relationship is looking like at the moment. Okay. Good evening, everyone. If you can hear me, I'm a human being. I know this is like my first time with a couple of you guys here. So pardon me if I don't do exceptionally well. So where are we starting from? I know
Chapter
the
7.
chapter 7.
7.
Okay. So I asked the class, the Saturday class, I asked them a question, and that question was, do you want us to go through a question, or like the questions that's the watermark learning questions, or are there specific knowledge areas that you're having difficulty understanding? And we would try to go through them and try to maybe form a story, um, and see how we're going to be able to remember the inputs, the tasks, like everything that's basically needed. So that's the first question I want to throw to you. For the Saturday class, we were able to do, I think it was strategy analysis. That's the knowledge area we were able to cover. And if you need further clarification on that session or on that knowledge area, I recommend you go watch the video on YouTube. I think it's available to also gain further knowledge on that knowledge area. But I would ask this: if you guys are fine with all knowledge areas as the professionals and exceptional students that you are, I definitely would not mind um, going over the questions that we have. So, what do we say as a class?
I don't want
Let's
to
hear
speak
it.
for everyone, but yeah, one thing, Esther, I think this class is I believe a week or 2 weeks ahead of the Saturday class.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to, point that out. and
Yep.
I will let the class decide whatever we want to do tonight. Yeah.
Exactly. So, what do we decide?
I think we would go chapter 7.
Okay.
I
Yes,
think,
please.
yeah, let's
Okay.
cover it. Yeah.
So,
I'm
chapter 7 is
good with
what
doing
knowledge area?
chapter 7 test.
Requirement analysis and design definition.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me share my screen and we would go from there. So I think we should start with 25 questions. The last CBAP class I took, not the Saturday class, I kind of felt we could handle, I think, about 30 or 50 questions, and we stopped at 10. So that was an experience. So let's begin.
Can you do me a favor, Estelle? Can you make your screen a little bit bigger, please?
Bigger.
Larger,
Hit
larger.
Control plus.
Yes. Oh, it's making the wrong screen bigger.
Perfect.
Once
Better?
there you go.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. Thank
So
you.
let's go. You're welcome. So Laura, a junior BA, has finished detailing a set of requirements using analytical techniques. She now wants to elicit, model, and analyze the design, but she's wondering what techniques she would use for this activity. What would you advise her? So let's look at the options. Requirements and designs use the same techniques to specify a model. The business analyst does not create designs, but reviews them to ensure they align with the requirements. She should therefore package. The business analyst can only specify a model requirements and not designs. Since the developers and testers will be using her requirements, she should collaborate with them to come up with the best techniques to use. Okay. What's the answer?
Didn't we have this last week?
I think
We
it's
had a different question last week. It
question.
was like this, but not this.
yeah.
And if you remember, I strongly disagreed with what the Babok said last week.
Oh, really? Hang on.
I think it's A.
I think it's A. I'm pretty sure it's A.
Yeah.
I have to find my notes.
Yeah.
Do
I believe it is
BAs
A.
create designs? Let me ask that question. Do we create designs?
Of course. Of course.
Yes.
Of course we
Really?
do.
What kind of designs?
Prototypes, process maps, scope models.
Process maps are not designs.
Really?
According to the BABOK.
They actually can be. So you've got, actually, let me walk that back. So you can do a process map for the as is state. And then you can do one for the to be
To
state.
be.
That's a design. Sure.
Yeah, it
Totally.
is.
Okay.
User
So what's the answer?
interface,
In that
isn't it?
regard, they're similar.
User
but
interface, isn't it a
there's
design?
a process map is only part of a design. There's
Yep.
a lot of other things that can go into it.
Tomato, tomato.
All right. So do we have a general consensus on A?
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's go. We're correct.
Yes.
Okay. Next. Julian is a BA working on a project to create a new subscription management system. The team has developed the data and the navigation to handle the various entities and states in the diagrams. Do you think you've solved this question before?
No.
No, I've never
Okay.
seen it.
Okay, so the application can accept new and trial subscriptions. It can process payments and inactivate subscriptions. But during the current iteration of the effort, Julian is sensing that the team is missing some key requirements. And this is the state diagram. State diagram is not as clear. Let me see if this image is going to open up. Okay, good. So this is what the state diagram looks like.
Plus that, there we go.
Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let's look at the question, then we'll come back to the state diagram. So it says, oh, and it also gives us this.
Oh, wow. ERD.
Yeah, so it gives us the ERD as well, Credential Plus. Now, the question is actually, for the above scenario, answer 1 of 3. Which state is Julian missing in the models for this subscription? Let's not forget that the goal is the application can accept new and trial subscriptions. The application can process payments and it can inactivate subscriptions. So, which state is Julian missing in the models? So I'm going to open the state diagram. If you need me to move over to the ERD, if that's going to help, I would gladly do that when you're ready.
Let's get it. Can we go check the multiple choice now? So we can have, yeah,
So which state is
cancellation.
canceled subscription?
Yeah, because you don't have cancellation. Can you go, please? Yeah, you have inactive, active.
Is inactive subscription, is that a subset? Is cancelled a subset of inactive?
Excuse me.
Because if it's inactive after 3 years, you archive the data.
Yeah, there is no cancellation. Can you go back to the question, please?
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, can you go up to the main question on top? Yes. Yes. You see, process payment. Okay.
Inactivate.
Can
Oh,
accept
payment.
the new. Okay.
Oh, no.
Process
no.
payments and inactive. Okay, that can accept a new in trial, process and inactive. We have to write them down. I can.
I like the thought process about the canceled subscription.
Yeah. Just doesn't mention it. But yeah, it feels like it's a natural progression. Can we see if that's the right answer?
Just to check.
I guess. Who else wants to chime in?
Yeah, I think someone else should chime in.
Inactive.
So let's do this. Suspended subscription. Do we have that state here?
No.
No.
Do we see? No. Can even in the diagram, do we? No.
Suspended subscription.
Lapses. No.
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 We only have when the subscription lapses.
Yeah.
So does that change your opinion from canceled to suspended as well? But again, let's hold on. A former subscription, which is implied in the diagram. Is there like a former subscription?
No.
Because in this diagram, it tells us to register or request new paid. So maybe there's a former subscription.
Well, when the subscription lapses, then it becomes a former subscription.
Exactly. Then rejected subscription because of a payment not being approved. Do you see that we have the payment approved clause here? Activate
Yeah.
subscription. Payment not approved. Where is it? So now we have 3 answers that are looking like it. So good luck with that. Let's make a pick.
Can't wait to see what it thinks.
I'm going to say B.
B.
B is, that's smart, but I want to hear what other people think, because it is a valid state for any, because at any stage you could cancel.
Okay. All right.
I'm not changing my mind from B. I'm still waiting.
Okay.
You think B as well, Nitya?
Yeah.
I have 2 Bs, so let's do this. Drum rolls.
Oh. Ah. Wow. Payment approved implies that not all payments are accepted.
Where do you have
payment accepted attribute? How the entity
rejected?
See, that's annoying.
Yep.
Because B, the explanation there says it's not there.
So let me mention something
about why it's not there.
Yeah. So let me
That's
also mention
bad
something.
question.
Yes.
Bad
Go on.
question, quite all right. Now we have that the application can accept new and trial subscriptions. It can process payments and inactivate subscriptions. So based off new and trial subscriptions, if we look at the state diagram, new trial subscriptions, can you see it?
Yeah.
Now, it also tells us that it can inactivate subscriptions. Now, let's go back. We have inactive subscriptions, making us realize that when there's an inactive subscription, that means there's going to be an active subscription. Because if you're at least active, then the major determinant for both is, let's assume, process payment. Now we have payment approved, activate subscription, convert request, that's for trial subscription, is letting us know convert request full subscription. But do you notice that of all these states, all of them kind of link to this? Did you notice that?
Yeah.
So it's like these 3 states are dependent on this. And this state of having an active subscription can only happen when the payment has been approved.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we also have to check the states that are, like the number of states that are the simplest way. It doesn't always work, but most times check the states that all other states fully depend on and try to get the opposite of it.
Okay.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
All right, let's go to the next one. But again, some of all these questions are wonky. That's the truth. All right, let's try. So now this question again. It says Julian has discovered that the subscription management staff, they frequently change addresses for customers who have 2 residences. To facilitate address changes, they would like to allow saving an alternate address for a subscription. How should Julian handle this? Which of the diagrams do you think will be helpful in this case, by the way?
The data. Yeah.
Yep. Good. And this diagram is called what?
ERD.
It's
Okay. An entity relationship diagram. Do we have an idea what this is called?
Oh, it's a, I don't know what it's called, but it allows us to say whether it's one to many or one to one.
nodes. Isn't it
Notation?
nodes, something like that.
Oh yeah, nodes. Is it nodes?
Yeah.
I can't remember. notation.
Like that. Yeah. Like one to
We're just
many,
guessing now.
one to one.
Yeah, we're just
What?
guessing now.
Really? I'm waiting. I want to see what someone is going to give me, by the way.
Google it.
I'm
I am
Googling.
waiting. Yeah, please Google. Please Google. Because I remember when I took my CBAP, I had a question on this. So, and I can't remember if it's in the BABOK. Yes.
Isn't it?
It asked about all those relationships.
Is it UML? Oh no, it's not UML.
No.
Crow's
Okay.
foot notation?
So there's something it's actually called the cardinalities. Have you seen that in the BABOK before? The ERD cardinalities.
Discussed it last week.
Now,
It's in the
all
technique,
those,
no? It's in the technique.
It is in the
It's
technique,
not,
yeah.
yeah, it's in the technique. It's not part of the chapter 7. Like
Mm-mm.
it is deeply inside the techniques.
It's like in yes, in the
Yeah.
techniques. I read
the
it, but I don't
beauty, the
remember.
beauty of it is if you understand the techniques, there are also sections in the BABOK that focus on the techniques. So you also have to get ready.
Yeah.
So when you're dealing with the cardinalities, there are things you have to note. There are many relationships. You have the one-to-one, you have the many-to-one, or you have the one-to-many, then you have the many-to-many. So it's not just on these, it's not just restricted to all these relationships. Now, the one-to-one, there's something I normally use. I was trying to look for a similarity, but I haven't found what I'm looking for. Now, one-to-one in my head is like I can easily identify a one-to-one cardinality notation. How? Because I'm going to see one. Do you see that this is 2? If it's one-to-one, just imagine, just bring it at top of your head that this is just going to be one stroke and one stroke.
Yeah.
That helps. Then if we're dealing with one to many, what is the notation for one?
One, two,
One stroke.
many.
What is the notation for many?
The one we are seeing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now we have a many to many
many.
cardinality.
Yeah.
Which one?
Many to one. Many to many, you don't have it here. You have many to 2.
Now,
You don't have.
now, apart from the cardinalities now, what does the PK stand for?
Primary key.
Primary key,
Okay. And what does the FK stand for?
foreign key.
Functional.
Now, we're going back to this question. I just wanted to draw out something. Now, it says the staff frequently change addresses for customers who have 2 residences. They frequently change addresses. So that means a customer, let's look at the customer diagram, which is the individual.
Yeah.
The primary key is the individual ID.
Right.
And looking at, like, when it comes to let's say the subscription is still definitely, they're using the subscription ID here. Let's see, the only place that the address comes in, it still just comes in the individual.
Exactly.
So now, to frequently change addresses for customers who have 2 residences. To facilitate address change, they would like to allow saving an alternate address for a subscription. Now, look at all these answers and just think about it in the lens of the cardinality.
Yeah.
Think about it in the lens of, and this is not just to complicate things. Oh, if I want to have an alternate address, what would be the unique identifier between both tables? Because it's individual. So maybe I'm going to be linking that, is the unique ID would just be maybe the individual ID or the individual, like the person's ID or something. So just look at it in that regard. How should Julian handle this? Then also, don't overthink it. Are BAs supposed to deal with ERDs or not?
Well,
No.
kind of. Depends.
I don't know.
I don't
For
know
this
about
one,
you, but I deal with ERDs though. So
So can we go back to the
ERD?
yeah, just to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
It's either going to be C or D. I mean, the quick and easy, the quick and dirty way would be to store it directly on the individual table. But if you wanted to do it properly, if you wanted to design it so it's scalable and nice and neat, you would create a separate entity for address and tie it back to the individual. But because then that allows you to create more than one. Maybe they have 3 addresses, or maybe they have an old address and a new address and they've moved 5 times. So yeah, it's going to be either one of the last 2 ones, but it depends what they're looking for.
Exactly.
I just know what I would do if I was designing this, because this is a very common problem that I get in my role.
Exactly. So does Julian consult with an implementation SME?
I
Yeah.
Does she
would
reject the request since there is only one address allowed per subscription? By the way, did they inform us in any of these descriptions that it's just one address? Because they said the subscription management staff frequently change addresses for customers who have 2 residences. So yes, that is implied that it's just one address. Then the
I
third
would
one,
go D.
go ahead.
Oh no, I'm saying out loud. I would go D.
Okay, D. I like
Yeah.
that. Who else wants to go with D or another option?
In the real world, I would choose D, but I don't know what the Babok is hinting at.
I've seen you've
Sometimes
had,
Babok is right, or
I
sometimes
see.
Watermark is right.
You know, I can tell that you've been having conversations with Bob. So I like that answer because that's a Bob kind of answer.
Yeah, because we throughout this whole thing, the answer that we would choose in the real
Exactly.
world is not what we would choose in the Babok.
I know.
So I've reserved judgment. I don't know.
Yep. So do we go with D for now?
Yeah, we go with D as well, Esther.
Yeah, we go with D.
Yeah. Drum roll. Woo! So what we need is to add a separate, because it's just address. They're not disturbing us about every other, the subscription. Like even this one of rejecting the request since there's only one address allowed, that's implied. Like it wasn't clearly stated, and assumptions are costly as business analysts if you don't verify and validate it. So that helps.
And sometimes the watermark people are not smoking hash.
Exactly. So let's read another one. It says, overall, what major functionality would you say is missing from the requirements as they are modeled? We've seen the state diagram, we've seen the ERD. What major functionality would you say is missing from the requirements as they are modeled? Ability to capture email marketing permission from subscribers. Validating credit card payments for subscriptions. Renewing an active subscription. Do you renew an active subscription? Okay. Suspending a subscription.
Let's see the ERD again.
Yes, please. I want to see the. Oh, I know what it is. I know what the answer. Well, I think I know what the answer is. Because it's in the subscription table, I think.
Okay, so what's not captured?
I don't want to be the only one saying. Can someone else?
Really?
Well, because I think, because I get these wrong all the time, but I think I can see in the subscription table there is a row for renewal reminder, which indicates the renewal has not been modeled. But I want to hear other people.
For me, I said like C. I would go with C, renewing an active subscription. Because you have like, when it's lapsed, you are putting it 3 years. So what do you do to renew it? Like one. So I would go with the C. I
So I
don't
have
know.
C and D.
Suspending? Why would I payment?
Suspending a subscription.
Go down to payments to see for suspending. So please, briefly expect other payment commands.
Let's see. What are we going with?
For me, I'm going C, suspending.
Yeah.
To suspend the subscription.
Okay, let's
Go
try
C.
C or D?
Yeah.
D.
Are you insisting on D? D.
I don't know. C or D? C or D?
I
C.
feel like you
Go
want
with
the D.
C. Go with
Me?
C.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check. And we say drum rolls. Correct.
Okay.
And it was exactly what she said. The renewal number attribute hints at this. So, that was good. Next. Finally, the BA has finished an elicitation session and has confirmed the results. What would be a logical next task for the BA?
A.
I think it's going to be A. Specify and model requirements.
Okay. Any other objections?
No.
I was going to say D, define assumptions or constraints, but that might have already been captured when they've confirmed the results.
Assumption and constraints are
Not sure.
element of the whole specified and model requirements. So you need to do the whole things.
Oh, okay, sure. That's a subset of A. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. So we're saying A, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's check it. Correct.
Very good.
So we model after elicitation.
Yes.
So next, Suzanne is done with defining the solution approach, identifying opportunities to improve the business, allocating requirements across solution components, and representing options that achieve the state. Which one of the following activities may be a likely next step? She's done with defining the solution approach and identifying the opportunities to improve the business, allocating requirements across the solution components, and representing the design options that achieve the desired future state. Which one may be a likely next step? This question is too long.
Yeah.
Say C.
Identify opportunities to improve the business, allocating requirements across solution components, and representing design options that achieve the desired future state.
Would it be potential value, or is that the next chapter?
I know, I was thinking the same thing, Amanda. I was thinking C.
Yeah. C, potential value, but I can't remember which order things go in now.
Potential value is after design options.
It's after. That's what I thought. In solution evaluation. Is potential value in solution evaluation? Yeah. I thought so.
So that's where you find a step where you do the
potential value.
Potential value to have the design.
So B is talking about requirements validation. I don't actually.
She defined solution approach. She identified the opportunity to improve the business. She allocated the requirement.
It's
She
represent
designed the
design
solution. Now she has to work on the assessing the potential for each solution to present it, to go and decide on the solution.
So what do we think is the answer?
Actually don't know.
Is
It
it
tell you
is
in
it
the look
B?
at the question again. Look at every clause in there.
She's done with defining the solution approach,
Yeah.
identifying
No,
opportunities
she's
to
done with
improve the business.
defining design options that achieve the desired future state. So that's the key.
What's the
And
key? Say that again.
representing, she defined the solution approach
Yeah.
and she represented the design options that achieve the desired future state.
So maybe it is potential value.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with C.
let's do that.
Potential value and recommend solution.
Correct.
It was amazing. High five you, Michelle.
High five. High five.
All right. So the specifier model
That
requirements
makes
task.
no sense to me.
Sorry?
I
We had a
thought
sixth
it was D. I think it should be D.
The specifier model requirements task can result in the output of a requirement or a design. What is the difference?
We
The
had this
specify
question.
and model, yeah. What
We
is
had
the
this question.
difference? They are used interchangeably.
Yep.
I hope
Yeah, I think it's
we
A.
Yep, we had this
know
before.
that
Yeah.
a design can also be someone's requirement, by the way.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's A.
It
It's
is.
A.
Oh, A.
Yeah.
When the focus is on understanding the need, the outputs are referred to as designs. When the focus is on the solution, the outputs are required as. Okay,
That's definitely not.
let's check it.
No.
Oh, what? No, really? No.
When the focus is on understanding the need, the outputs are referred to as requirements. When the focus is on the solution, the outputs are referred to as designs.
So they get that part right.
Oh,
And so the things you do when they say they're kind of interchangeable, which annoys me, is some of the ways you talk about them, but your target here is a need is an abstract thing. So requirement is an abstract representation of the to be state. And design is a more concrete representation of the to be. It's subtle, but it's so blindingly obvious. If you think about the FDLC, its problem statement as is what's going on now, conceptual model. There's a planning stage in there someplace. Then it goes to requirements, then design. And those are different.
yep.
And they get more specific.
Okay. So a BA makes sure that requirements and design models have met the necessary standard of quality for a project. What is the intention of the BA in performing this task? The requirements and design models have met the necessary standard of quality.
Verify.
Verify, I think.
Verify.
Yeah.
All right, let's check. Are we correct?
So
Next.
they talk about requirements and design, and then they only talk about the requirements. So that's a dumb question. Let's call it goofy. That's
Okay. So let's see. Anna has assembled a team to define design options. What inputs will they need to accomplish this task? Trace requirements, change strategy, requirements, architecture. Trace requirements, change strategy, enterprise architecture. Validated and prioritized requirements, change strategy, requirements, architecture. Validated and prioritized requirements, change strategy, enterprise architecture.
It's
That one.
we need the it's C. Yeah.
C?
Yeah. No, not D. C.
D, Charlie.
Yeah.
Okay. But correct. Interesting. Good. Let's go. Kevin wants to model the rationale or the why of a particular change. Which technique might he use to accomplish this task?
There's stories.
Yeah, I would say user stories.
Yeah.
I'm interested to hear what everybody else thinks, though.
Their stories.
Yeah, I think it's A as well.
User stories?
Mm-hmm.
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 Okay. Check answer.
Scope
No way.
modeling.
No. Damn. Wait. This is one of the techniques used in the rational modeling category, which models the why of a change. 7141. What is 7141 elements?
Scope modeling.
What analysis, communication, and understanding?
I think this is a terrible question.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep.
Clarifies the why. That can be user stories, it can be requirements,
Yep.
traceability, it can be process modeling, scope modeling could
Yeah.
be part of it. So this is trying to peg one specific thing, but
Yep.
many things are possible.
It says rationale models represent the why of a change. Techniques used to represent the rationale include decision modeling, scope modeling, business model canvas, root cause analysis, and business rules analysis.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go to the next. In which of the following models are scope models particularly helpful? When the logic of usage sequences needs to be modeled, when describing the entities, classes, or data objects that are relevant to a domain, when a boundary of some sort needs to be defined, when asked for a graphical representation of the work breakdown structure. It's definitely not D.
It
No.
is D.
Mm-mm. I think it's going to be B.
Scope model.
I would say it's C. I don't know.
I think isn't a scope model defining what's in scope and what's out of scope? So it's a boundary.
Oh,
You need the boundary.
yep. Good point. Good point.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Scope, always you need the boundary of scope
Scope model.
solution, scope design. So you need to know the boundaries of your
Logic.
scope.
It's not a logic of usage sequences.
No.
I don't know.
So we're
I don't
going with
know.
C.
I don't know.
I
It's a
would say
guess.
C.
B.
But correct.
Wait, why is it referring to 10? Aren't we on 7? Or is this mixing up?
Mm-hmm.
Are they
it's
all
just
kind
doing
of, because they're
techniques,
all
I
think
think.
related?
it's mixing
Techniques
up.
are always in play,
Techniques
and
and
they're relative to a specific use case for the technique. So it's based on things you're doing in chapter 7.
Yeah. So you have been assigned to specify requirements as a brief statement about what people do or need to do when using the solution. Which one of the following criteria is not part of your activity?
Well,
Definitely
brief
not
statement.
A, not A,
Yeah,
because
I
we
was
are
gonna say,
specifying requirements.
yeah,
Like you
it
cannot
can be
write a
high level
requirement
or
in a high
informal.
level
So,
informal.
Okay,
yep, A.
let's check it.
Because
Oh,
because it's asking you a brief statement, and D says detailed information. So a brief statement is not detailed information. That's why A is correct, because it's a high level information is a brief statement. It's catching you out with semantics.
Yeah.
I can say I see why chapter 7 is so confusing to people. And it's confusing to Watermore too, apparently.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, wow. Let's try another one. Marie is using different documentation formats to transform elicitation results into requirements and designs. Which of the following is not a true statement about activities she is engaged in?
I think it's C.
For the business to verify and validate the requirements. Is it the business that verifies
I
and
think,
validates?
yeah, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
think
C.
it is D, no?
I thought D as well, but the language is throwing me off.
Does the business define the appropriate method to conduct business
No,
analysis
they
activities?
don't. The
Oh,
BA
I don't think
does.
so. So
no.
are we sticking to C or B or even A?
No,
Why
because that's
not
correct.
D? Why not D?
Because the business doesn't define the appropriate method to conduct your business analysis activities.
Correct. The BA
They're not
does.
going to define
Yeah,
that. That's
okay,
what BAs
okay.
do. And that's why I said, well, it would be C because the business will be verifying and validating the requirements once they're elicited and documented.
Yeah. The BA verifies, but the business go, oh, well, see. Oh,
So we're going with C.
Oh, well,
Right?
hold on. It's saying following is not a true statement. So then it would be D. I missed that big word not.
Yeah.
Let's look at A.
Oh, the developers don't design. Oh, no, well, they kind of do. Well, hang on. We're talking about...
All
I'm not
right.
trying to confuse you.
Let
Yeah.
me just throw an aside in here, and it's taken me years to sort this out in my mind, and I've written many blog posts on it over the last like 7, 8 years or so. Every part of the requirements and design and implementation might take place on various levels. So there's the actual qualitative logical nature of what you're doing, kind of an abstract process and data flow. And then you've also got the code that embodies that. So that happens on a level that's a little more specific. And then you've got the hardware, network, and operating system environments. And they may be different, those, and the testers have to deal with this. So a design, and it's complicated. A design or a requirement is not one thing, right? It takes a whole stack of things to get through each phase. And that's what the BABOK doesn't really capture. It took me a long time to get this straight in my mind. And I tried communicating it in different ways. So that's something the entire practice and even me could benefit from more discussion on. So again, that's another reason chapter is so confusing. But many of these things can be true at the same time. And they're all talking about different levels and different phases.
So what are we going with?
Don't know.
That's just me.
Amanda, it's up to you to answer.
Me? Why is it up to me?
Because I don't know. I'm totally lost. I
Well,
thought it's
I'm
DA.
thrown on A because it says the developers are designing. In the real world, they would, but in BABOK, the BA would design.
I disagree with that.
The
Sorry?
developers, aren't they the implementation subject matters? And
They rarely design. We give them.
Yeah, we give them the designs. Well, in the
We
real
give them
world, they
design.
solution it.
You
So
give
fine, let's call it A, but only because
you give a lot of specs and they work out the detail.
sure.
So it's a team effort.
So what are we doing?
so check the A.
I check. Is that
Yeah,
our
check.
answer?
Yeah, check.
I
A.
think it's D.
Yeah.
Let's try because none of us is agreeing on
Well, I
A.
thought my original answer would have been D, but I'm thrown by semantics. So
I know. So do you want us to go with D?
I don't want to get it wrong.
Let's just check D.
All right, fine.
Let's go. Let's go. Yes.
At times
Sometimes the old man
by
doesn't
antics.
cash.
And it's not even for the reason that I thought. It's for a completely different reason.
Okay, the final question before I run, Kosi is gonna take over. In many cases, stakeholders have different conflicting needs and expectations. How would a BA help expose these differences and ensure their needs are met?
By showing values and the benefits for their work, like the value that comes to their work. Can you repeat
Okay.
the question? Sorry, I wasn't following.
In many cases, stakeholders have different conflicting needs and expectations. So, how would a business analyst help expose these differences and ensure their needs are met? A, through specifying and modeling their requirements. B, through item tracking. C, through collaboration. D, through validation.
It has to be A, isn't
I was gonna say, I think it's A.
it? In the context of what
Uh-huh.
this test is all about.
A?
Yeah, we're gonna go with A.
I would go. I wouldn't
Don't
go
worry,
with.
I'm not gonna make an or play any antics.
Isn't it when you validate? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so interesting. 732. 732.
Yeah. It's validation.
All right. So,
Hey,
Kosi, are you here?
Understanding
Can
what
you
was
can you do me a favor? Can you submit that so at least we know like how we did? Because if I launch it from my side, it will restart anyway.
Okay. So, submit exam, view results. Well, we did well because so the
Nine.
Oh
ones
man.
we answered, we had 11, so we
9
actually
out
kind of did
of
well.
13 you got right.
Yeah. So we did a good job.
Okay.
So let me log out. And Kosi will continue. Thank you so much, everyone. I have
Thank
to run.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Showed you that you'd love Esther. So
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Esther.
so
Kosi, are
much.
you the one sharing now?
Yes, I'm the one sharing.
Okay, good.
All
Thank you
right.
so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
So let's get started on this. Hopefully, we don't have the same question.
I was gonna say,
Maybe
let's
come back.
get a better exam.
If we get the same question here, we'll probably pass it better.
Yep. So here, which technique I use to validate requirements, acceptance and evaluation criteria, metrics and key performance indicators, workshops, metrics and key performance indicators, financial analysis, business capabilities analysis, acceptance and evaluation criteria, financial analysis workshop, and then D, acceptance and evaluation criteria, item tracking, reviews. So I think the task here is validate requirement, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
We are
D.
looking for
It's D.
Mhm.
like delta.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check this. Yep, that's exactly that. Acceptance and evaluation criteria, item tracking, and reviews. Okay, let me make sure. I think we're
We
fast.
just did that.
We did this right today, right?
Yeah.
I can now. You want to skip it then?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. It'd be more daunting. I had some
There was
PTSD
some
from that.
trauma after
I
doing
think we
that
did
one
Laura
before.
too, right? We did Laura. We did this as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Anna has assigned a team to define design option. What
Also, we
input?
did it.
I'm sorry.
Also, we did it.
Oh, we did this too?
Yeah, the input for design options.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember this now. Huh. Maybe we did everything already. We might be ready. The following statement describe how business analysis use requirement architecture. Which one is not a correct option?
Mm.
A. Business analysts use requirement architecture to ensure every requirement links back to an objective and show how an objective was met. Business analysis use a requirement architecture to understand which models are appropriate for the domain, solution scope, and audience. C. Business analysts use requirement architecture to ensure the requirement works together to achieve the overall objective. Business analysts use requirement architecture to make trade-off decisions about requirement while considering the overall objective. So which of
One is not the
which one
correct
is not a
description.
correct description? And the description we're looking for is a statement that describes how business analysts use
I
requirement
would go with
architecture.
B.
Have one vote for B. Anyone else?
Yeah, I think all of the others are correct. I was a bit wibbly wobbly about C, but
W-
let's put
The
together.
whole
But
concept of requirement architecture
yeah,
is to ensure your requirements are working together, to look
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
whole
So it has to be B. It
yeah.
has to be B then.
Okay. Let us test B, sorry.
I know we've had this question, a similar question before.
Actually say, and the
No.
correct answer describe the purpose of traceability. Traceability ensure that every requirement links back
Traceability.
to an objective and show how an objective was met. Requirement architecture ensure that the requirement collectively support one another to fully
Oh,
achieve the objective.
I get these confused all the time.
Mm,
Requirements architecture and
mm.
traceability.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And the reference
Requirements
also,
architecture is the framework and traceability is the concept. Oh,
Yeah, well, I mean, traceability is part of the architecture, right?
sure.
So that's a distinction without a difference, and it's not really fair to try to make you think they're different. I don't know whether that's a Babcock thing or a Watermark thing. However, keep this in mind. I mean, if the Babcock says it, try to remember, but in your mind, you have the correct concept. And this is just really touchy and technical and kind of goofy.
yep. Thank you, Bob. Let's go to the next question. Data about data can be best described as attribute,
Metadata.
entity, data model, or
Metadata.
metadata.
Yeah.
Metadata.
Yep. Carla and her team have identified and defined the potential value for the three design options. What is the logical next step? Determine whether to make a buy, analyze each option potential value, and ultimately recommend a solution. Assess potential vendors, model the design options so they are readily understood by the architect and development team.
It's B.
B. Yeah.
Mm.
B.
And someone want to share with me why is B, please?
Because when you identify and you work on the potential option, then you have to analyze it and to recommend it.
Analyze then
Yeah,
recommend.
you have to analyze every option with the potential,
Mm-hmm.
and then you recommend a solution.
Oh, because the inputs, because potential value and design options are inputs for analyze potential value and recommend solution.
Okay. Do I have any other vote beside B? Going once. Okay, so
We also beat this to death for the last hour before you got here.
okay. So next question. Wendy is assessing the merit of the solution approach for each design option. Which of the following is not one of the solution approach? A. Combination of both creation and purchase. B. Solution component purchase. C. Solution component developed. D. Solution component creation.
Yep.
Which one we think we can eliminate? Wow. What about the solution component creation? Do we actually do that?
Well,
Yeah.
yes,
No.
because I think a valid option is a combination,
Okay.
which means that the only one that we can eliminate then is C. But I want to hear what other people
Yeah.
think.
I think
I
it's
would
C
say
as
C.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is C because we can create and purchase
Yes,
together.
and purchase
Right.
Like
and
adapt.
combination.
We can purchase, we can create. Yeah. There
Okay.
I'm
is
pretty sure we can.
development is not, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Let's test this then. Yep, this is an invented answer. That's funny.
Yeah.
It's a goofy question, because developed is created.
Exactly.
Right. It's we wonder more and catch you to look at those ideas in the Babok is all that is.
Yeah. You have been asked to facilitate a workshop to help clarify the scope of a solution. Your objective is to A. Organize requirements based on the solution component they are related to. B. Complete document analysis based on the project scope. C. Complete business architecture for the proposed scope of a solution. D. Complete a sequence diagram for all interaction within the scope of the project.
A.
That's good.
I think it's A.
Why
No, I
is
think
A?
it's A.
Who said A and why is that?
Well, I mean, I think that you're trying to clarify the scope of the solution, so you're looking at all of the requirements based on those solution components that have been elicited and documented. So that's why I said that it would be A.
Okay. Okay. Do I have any other opinion?
Why would not it be C?
Complete business architecture for the proposed scope of a solution. So, but I think the whole point of the workshop as a BA, right, is to facilitate. So what I think the question can be phrased like, what do I need in order to better facilitate the workshop? If I should rephrase this question.
I wouldn't facilitate organize requirement. You do it after elicitation. So
Okay.
you did your elicitation, you finished. I wouldn't, I don't know. Your option. Like I would go workshop to understand the whole business architecture. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. It seems like we only have one vote for A. Let's test A then.
Say it's C.
Someone say C?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Business architecture.
Let's test A then. Okay. Yeah. So A. Scope models
one?
are used to describe the scope of analysis or the scope of a solution. And this is the reference right here.
Why is it not C?
See, this is a fabricated answer. There is no proposed solution at this point.
Right.
Okay, okay, take this
But
back.
the business architecture, the solution, requirements architecture, so that is made up. See, it tripped me up on verbiage.
Yeah.
I hate this chapter.
I hate that. I hate this chapter. And it's 30% of our exam.
And Watermark was right now, I was wrong.
Yep. Padma and her team are ensuring all requirements work in harmony as a single whole that support overall business objective and produce meaningful outcome for the stakeholders. What is the purpose of this exercise? A, to harmonize requirements. B, to define design option. C, to manage requirement relationships. D, to define requirement architecture.
It's D.
D.
And
Yep.
D.
Yep.
That's correct. The purpose of define requirement this is the purpose of the define requirement architecture task. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Next question. The project team is in the process of confirming compliance with organizational business analysis performance standards. Correct use of the modeling notation and completeness within each model, and that item determined to be important are included in the final requirement deliverable. What tool will help in carrying out these activities? A. Checklist, metrics and key performance indicator, control chart, item tracking. I, I don't know about you, but I feel like this question was a little bit hard. I will try to read it a little bit slower. One more time. Um, so the project team is in the process of confirming compliance with organizational business analysis performance standards. Correct use of modeling notation and completeness within each model, and that items determined to be important are included in the final requirement deliverable. What tools will help in carry out this activity? So we have a checklist, metrics and key performance indicators, control chart, and item tracking.
B as in boy.
The
I
metrics
would
and
say A, checklist.
so
I thought A as well, but then we've got it's got business analyst performance standards. So are we as analyzing and measuring? And then if we're measuring something, we need metrics. I'm so confused.
But you have
so
but you have modeling notation and completeness.
Yes, I know. I'm being thrown by the performance standards because I keep thinking about, back in the one of the earlier chapters where it's like, what is it? Analyze and measure business performance activities or whatever it is. So
Yeah.
I'm thrown. I thought checklist at first as well. Does somebody else want to give an answer?
were you referring to
Checklist.
identify business performance and
Sorry?
were
Can
you
you
referring to
eliminate anything?
Yeah, eliminate C and D.
Yeah.
and the okay.
Yeah, I'm with you, Amanda. I thought first checklist, and then when I saw the performance standards, I was like, oh, it's B.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I would still go checklist. As if I was pushed, I'd go checklist, but I don't know.
Okay,
But
so
modeling notation cannot be
Correct use. Yeah. So it's just like, have you done this? Have you done this? Have you done this?
Yeah.
And have you done this?
Let's go with A, Kosi.
let's test A.
Let's test A.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Good.
purpose of a checklist is the what? The purpose of a checklist in the verify requirement task is to ensure that item determined to be important are included in the final requirement deliverable.
See, can you check B also? Let's see why.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
B, because
Why that one
I get
wasn't the right answer.
It's a technique.
Used to use the verify requirement test to identify how to evaluate the quality of the requirement.
Yeah, because you have modeling notation.
It's a little goofy because metrics and KPIs can have to do with the performance of a solution or components or processes or
Exactly.
whatever.
Exactly. So annoying.
Let me bring it back. Next question. A junior business analyst is modeling requirement in order to identify and validate input and output of the solution she is modeling. She approaches James, the senior business analyst, for advice. What modeling technique will James advise the junior business analyst to use? I feel like we did that today, if I'm
We
not
did.
wrong. Yeah. But just for the fun of this, can we try one more time? A, interface analysis.
A.
B, prototyping.
Yeah.
C, channel analysis. D, process modeling.
A.
A.
Interface
Yeah.
analysis. Yep.
We did it last week. No?
Last week we did
Yeah, I
that.
Oh,
think it
last
was
week?
last
Oh,
week.
Yeah.
well, I thought it was today for whatever reason.
No, last week.
Okay. You know what is funny? I wasn't even here last week.
Ah, really?
So the business analysts have finished an elicitation session and has confirmed the result. What
We
will
did it today.
what will be a logical next task for the business analyst?
Mm-hmm.
A, item tracking. B, verify requirement. C,
Yeah.
define assumption or constraint. D, specify and model requirement.
You verify.
Verify?
I think we just
Yeah,
do
it
this
is.
one
I
today.
think
Yeah,
it's
we
B.
just did it.
Yep.
B.
Verify.
Okay, let's test B. Any other opinion before I do so? Okay, let's do B.
One second. She has
Sure.
finished and has. I know she specified and modeled the requirements. I don't know.
Because I think because with this particular question, I don't know why, but what's her, Amanda's answer, I believe, was specifying model requirements was what she said the last time, and then I think that was what it was for this one.
Yeah, it is specify and model after the elicitation
Yeah.
and confirming.
I
We
guess
specify. It's D.
I
So
mean
we'll
we
change it
have
to
both
D.
here, but I think once something is confirmed, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean
Is that
it is verified
It's
already, right?
right.
No, I think
No?
it's, I think
I think
verify
it's
is still the
you
right
do
answer.
your elicitation and then you sort out your requirements
Okay.
and then you design it,
verify.
everything, and then you verify. You have to put it like in
No,
process
maybe.
model to
Oh,
create a user interface, and then you present it for verification.
okay.
Page 137. Look at the flow chart.
Yeah,
Okay. So do you want to go with D then?
yeah, I would
Okay,
go.
let's test
Yes.
D.
Yeah,
Correct. Model requirement comes
Ah,
after elicitation
very good.
activity.
yeah,
And I believe if you look at what's called I can't remember the acronym. You know, where you can see what task is using an input from the other task. I think we did that well, not last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, if I remember correctly, where we look at exactly what task I've been used by specify and model requirement, and someone asked some question, and we went back to the spreadsheet. So I think that's what Tosin you were referring to, if I recall that correctly. Yeah. So next
Here,
question.
I'm going to drop in the screenshot from.
Yeah, it would be really appreciated. Yeah.
Knowing the flow charts of all the chapters and tasks is huge in this.
Yeah. The following are some of the factors a business analyst will consider to establish the level of decomposition and the level of detail to be specified while conducting information decomposition. Which is not? A. Organizational standards. B. Schedule and budget allocation. C. Knowledge and understanding of the stakeholders. D. Contractual or regulatory obligations.
I think it's A or D. I'm not sure. I don't know.
So can we
This
eliminate
is
something?
weird.
Can you eliminate D? Contractual or regulatory obligation?
That's external, correct?
I think
Contractual. Yes, I think so. I
Because
think
that's external.
yep. So do you want to
So if
eliminate
it's
or keep?
external, shouldn't it be the answer?
Say which one is not. So organizational standard is internal, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
okay, B, schedule and budget allocation,
that's internal.
knowledge and understanding of the stakeholders.
Yep.
Also internal.
Okay, so
Yep.
we're saying D is not.
Yeah.
Probably.
Let's check it.
Let's go.
yeah, B.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's one of the factors. So schedule and budget allocation. Though as a business analyst, you want to meet your deadline, time should not be the main factor
Oh,
determining the
it's the
level of the
point of
competition.
time. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. A senior business analyst was providing advice to a new business analyst and recommended using a matrix for their requirements modeling format. What is the purpose of this type of format? A. To create a visual representation of the set of requirement. B. To clearly describe the requirement in an active voice. C. To convey a set of requirements that have a complex but uniform structure that can be broken down. D, to provide an easy way for the business analyst to model the requirements.
Yeah. No, 1 second. Said that have a complex but uniform structure that can be broken down. Yeah, to provide an easy way to model, no, to create. It's not a visual, a matrix to clearly describe in an active words. I would go see.
What do we think of A, to create a visual representation of the set?
Because processes are the visual. The matrix are like Excel. Everything should be static. This
Okay.
is your
A complex or uniform structure that can be broken down
yeah.
into elements that apply to every
Yeah.
entry in the table.
So should we
So it's
eliminate A?
C for Charlie.
See. Yeah.
Okay, so we eliminate A. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
B, to clearly describe the requirement in an active voice.
No.
No.
Okay. C, to convey a set of requirements that have a complex but uniform structure
Uniform structure.
that
This
can
is
be
matrix.
broken
You
down.
should have
Yep.
uniform structure.
Okay, I feel like I have at least 2 votes for C. And I'm just gonna read the last one, to provide an easy way for the business analyst to model the requirement.
No.
No.
There is no easy way to model requirement. I mean, from my perspective, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's check C. Yep, that's actually correct. Let's do one more. How is the core concept of change in the business analyst core concept models applied in the requirement analysis and design definition knowledge area? A change control process is defined. Elicitation results are transformed into requirement and design in order to define the change. Requirements are transformed into design through various modeling techniques. Changes to requirement are frozen so they can be effectively modeled and baseline.
I think the question is asking
So remember we have the, I think it's the BACCM,
Yeah.
and like for at the beginning of each chapter, they will tell you the name, like the change,
Yeah,
what he actually referred to for that specific chapter.
yeah,
In this scenario, they're asking us like what is the change is referring to in the requirement analysis and design
Mhm.
knowledge area. And instead of giving us like a straight answer, they provide definitions, right? So you have to know first, have an understanding of what is a change first, then link it to that specific chapter
really.
according to the BACCM model.
Yeah.
So it kind
I
of
think
is a kind of three-step things you
I
have to
think the
do here.
question is it's
Yeah.
a conceptual question. It's asking it's asking can't even articulate it. I think it's like the whole purpose of the
It,
requirements analysis and design definition knowledge area, the whole purpose of that section is ingesting the elicitation results and transforming them into requirements and designs. So I think it's asking from a conceptual point of view, how is change represented, or how is change
Yes.
an
Mhm.
essential part of this?
Represented in that specific knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think it's asking. So I think
Yep.
the answer is B, because it's asking at a high level,
yeah,
what is the whole purpose of this section? But
exactly.
I'll define the change. I don't know, it could be C as well, maybe, but requirements are transformed into designs. Applied.
I have one vote for B.
What concept of change?
Two votes
Concept
for
of-
B.
I would go B.
Yeah, I think it's B.
Let's
test
go
it.
B.
B for Bravo. Let's go. Okay, yeah. The
Mm.
BABOK states that
Yay!
during requirement analysis and design definition, business analysts transform a elicitation result into requirement and design in order to define the change. And that was 701. I'm curious to see C because I might be tempted myself to choose C.
Yeah. It's true. Yes.
Let's should that requirement.
Transformation.
The change core concept refer to the transformation of the elicitation result into requirement and design. The BACCM model, I mean, I didn't take the test yet, but I know from my previous test that I took from the IIBA, meaning the ECBA and the ACC, those questions always come back. At least from my past two experience, I have at least two questions based on the BACCM model. So it worth a shot to look into it, have an idea. Um, if you feel like you have to memorize it, feel free to do that, but I can't. I will just try to understand it instead of memorizing it. So to have those uh, questions taken care of during my exam. So yeah.
The BACCM is in section 2.1 in the BABOK, but I think they've updated it. So you might want to check the IIBA website.
That's a
So
good thing to
this
know.
book is getting a little old.
Yeah. Yeah. We kind of passed time a little bit here, but I will submit the exam and see how we did. So we have
Your percentage
10.
was probably pretty good there. I
That's pretty
don't
good.
know how many
Yep, it is.
questions we
So we only got 3 incorrect.
Yep, that's correct.
Yep.
Very
70
correct.
correct, 70%.
Right.
Yep.
Nice.
That's really good. Let us define the plan for next week before we hang up here. So what do we want to do next week? So I will send an email to Thea. Do you want to stay here or do you want to visit all of the previous chapters? What do you want to do? Feel free to speak.
Can we stay on 7 for another week?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I will
Okay.
I will second that.
Let's do that. Yeah, that would be good.
I
Okay.
agree.
Yeah.
will let Thea know, and next
I
week.
feel like we're finally getting it. And I've been at this longer than all of you, and I'm still learning
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining us tonight, and hopefully we have a good session. We have the chance to have Esther here today as well, and yeah, feel free if you have any question or anything to send me a chat or send an email to Thea, and we are here to help each other. Hopefully, we should pass the exam. I'm curious to
Thanks.
know before I let you go, is anyone planning to take the exam before the year? I mean, before the year end? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
was until I hit chapter 7.
My plan is to take it hopefully bef before September if I can.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, if I can, because after September, then everything is changing again. But yeah, let's see. I think we're on good track here, and we don't have to be scared of chapter 7. Yeah.
What you
it.
Thank
This
you,
think
Carlos.
spreadsheet should be very helpful.
Yeah.
what is happening after September? Why
No,
everything can
no, no,
change?
no. I'm talking for my personal life.
Oh, I thought,
Same.
No,
okay.
no. Sorry, I should have been clear.
I was about to
I
ask the same question.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
like, is there
Okay.
something we don't know?
I can share
Exactly.
with you. I don't mind sharing. I'm expecting a baby, so
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
congratulations.
So I have to be fully CBAP certified before that.
You better do it or your wife will kill you.
congratulations.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all. Well, thank you. You have a great night and a great rest of your week, and see you next week. Thank
Bye.
you,
Thank
Bobby.
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.